Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, and welcome to NVIT here. I want to quickly discuss how you can switch up or switch on and break into the AI era with NVIT. Here in NVIT, what we do is that we do a lot of programming, we do a lot of AI projects, we build models, we fine tune model that, and then again, either from the scratch, custom model development, AI models development, and then agents. You can build agents that support your tasks or that can you can delegate to function as if you had one 24 hour without being tired. Beyond doing that, of course, we do train other people as well to be able to learn AI tools, especially that are very, very useful. Presently, what is happening in the industry is AI is actually a kind of course, making a lot of skill, a lot of job to, how will I put it, human being to a bit redundant kind of things. In fact, companies are also laying off other people, even engineers at these days. So it therefore becomes very important for you to understands the different type of the AI tool or software that are out there that you need to learn in your own domain. Beyond that, you can also become a builder. So here in NVIT, beyond development, building, and then supporting various projects or building something ourselves or for other people, we do train other people. And our training in NVIT is very unique. You hardly will find such in the industry. We train by doing. So, for instance, if you are a student with us, what we do here in NVIT, we have our training is delivered in different format. We do have the on-site where you can visit our campus. We definitely have campus here in Texas, where I am, in Frisco. If you are in the DFW area, Frisco is one of the popular city. So we have a campus there and labs there. In Africa, we do have a labs in Utukobeno State as well for people. So if you are in any of these locations, you can actually do in on site. Okay, but if you are not, you can also join us online. In fact, online, and these are real time. I mean, you have a live instructors. Our instructors are veterans in the industry. I mean, people that have the understanding of the industry, they have the skill, they have the experience, and everything, and both in the industry and even sometimes from the academic industry, sector as well. Beyond that, we do have what we call the one-on-one in NVIT. And so our one-on-one training is a kind of one-on-one mentor. So you and the instructor. Our instructors are engineers, right? These are people that are experts in their areas of expertise. They are expert either building AI products or building models or training in models or even creating those pipelines, right? Or using the tool that are very, very important. So I'm here to walk you through, to give you guidance on what we teach in NVIT. And if you want to enroll, of course, just very fast, you can just do that. So I will be sharing my screen quickly to discuss with you. Maybe you're already in the industry. One thing is that the AI, if you don't learn AI too, if you don't learn how to build AI skills, it is going to replace you. There is no question about that. That AI is going after human skills. Is going after. Is presently competing with the human skills and a lot of things, your day-to-day activities, and as we begin to go in depth into, or let's say, of course, we are just the earlier stage or the entry level of what we call the artificial general intelligence, what we call the AGI. Of course, some company have said they are there yet, but of course, from the information we have and from our own understanding in the industry, of course, the AGI is very, very low at this moment, because in the AGI, a lot of things will become this is so when we talk of the artificial intelligence, there are different type of stages in terms of deployment stages. Of course, when we talk about the chat GPT at the earlier release and those things, is more where you can chat and then get response, that kind of thing. And the lot of assistance, virtual assistance here and there, focus more on what we call the ANI, that is artificial normal intelligence, where you use the weak AI models to be able to build or to clone some tasks here and there, right? Then, of course, at this phase now, which I call it entry phase by the word preparatory or a prelude, kind of a prelude type of entry level into artificial general intelligence. Of course, where things are now getting advanced, you have the multi-agent, you have the agent behaving almost completely or even completing a human task or trying to do the work of another person. Where you have multi-agent, either autonomous agent, semi-autonomous agent, or even a kind of a hybrid, both autonomous and kind of a human input control type of agent. So in right now, what is happening is that things are really, really getting more a kind of interesting. And so you need to, it becomes very important for people, no matter the domains you find yourself, to learn AI skill. If you cannot build, you need to know the AI tools that are being built to support your industry, be it in the healthcare, in the retail, or in the enterprise, wherever industry, telecom industry, healthcare, finance, wherever, or in the defense or what we call the public safety, right? Wherever you find yourself, either in the energy or utility, whichever industry or whatever expertise, domain expertise you have acquired, you might be a doctor, an engineer, a product developer, a designer, an entertainer, whoever you think you are, and whatever you are doing, the thing is that AI is practically a kind of, how will I put it, invading and will be competing with human being. And we see that roles will begin to change wherever you are in whatever domain. And so it becomes very important to have skills that can really, really help you in this industry. And so here in NVIT, we do teach people, and our teaching, the methodology is unique. So we don't believe, okay, this is how you do it, or this are just by writing. We learn here by doing. And so we do work on live projects, either one thing or the other is modeling a model. I mean, try to build a model either from, or they are fine-tuning a data set to have what do you call it? They are fine-tuning a data set to have something, and you are part of that project and you learn. And we do have program for 12 months, we have program for 12 weeks, a program for 16 weeks. We also have program for 24 weeks. We have program for 28 weeks. And in this program here in Texas, of course, all our programs that we run here in NVIT, they are approved by the Texas and licensed by the Texas Workforce Commission. And so we are calling on everyone to be part of this. So you either edging up or even switching on your career, edging up or switching up your career in AI, in this AI era, is very, very important. We are here to coach you, to guide you. Our instructors are great, great people in the industry. They work for various organizations. They work for Microsoft, for IBM, for NVIT, for AWS, for Google, all these big companies. You have our instructors cutting across from them. They are engineers, they are veterans in this industry. They're experts in their various areas of domain. And so learning the AI tool is very, very important. So learning AI tool is not something that you can really, really mess up with. If you don't have this tool, you will be easily replaced. So we are calling on everyone to be part of learning AI tool. You need to know the tool. If not, it will become a kind of difficult for you, and the AI begin to replaces you. So I'm going to share my screen quickly. Then I can look at the various courses that you have. I will talk through them to see which one you think you can do. Our programs are very interesting, and what you need to know is that, especially for new graduate, college graduate, university graduate, you're just finishing your first degree, your master's, and all that, and then you are trying to get into the industry without any domain expertise, right? You've not been working, you're just trying to get in. We see that, especially in the US where I am presently, we see that it's becoming very difficult to get entry level positions in either the Fortune 500 company, big tech company, or every other company. You see here of layoff here and there. And so you must equip yourself, not just with your credentials, but with the skill set, right? You know how to either build AI, or you know what have been built, to how to use them, how to apply them, bring daily work about it. Because what AI is fulfilling, and whatever that is being built in AI, is enhancing quick productivity, right? So where you are now able to do what is taking you 1 week before, just 1 hour or two, you can do it, right? Either in development or in coding, whatever you find yourself. In fact, if you go to the hospitals these days, in the healthcare, AI is heavily used, from patient monitoring to data collections to a lot of things. AI is being, even in imaging analysis, using what we call the computer visions and stuff like that. And so learning AI is very, 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 very important, and you cannot ignore it. So it's applicable in all areas of works and all areas of life, even in the religious organization, in NGO, wherever. AI is very important. I'm going to share my screen quickly, then I can walk you through some of the courses we do offer in NVIT. If you go to our website, I don't know if you can see my screen now. If you go to our website, which is www.nvit.tech, you will see that and then you go to the training programs, and you click this place. You will see you can explore our programs, right? And some of you that do have kids and want them to actually have experience, have a foundation that helps them to even quickly make a choice, either around engineering or what they'll become in life. Of course, presently we are running a summer boot camp, and you can be part of that in all our campuses, and also virtual, by the way. And so, by the way, we talk of these are the various programs. This particular program is called Applied Cloud and DevOps Engineering. So these are people just similar to those days where you do have, for this program, let's go in depth into it. It's a 28 weeks program, right? Maybe if you're in Africa, especially in Nigeria, we've seen different currency and stuff like that. So here we dive deep into cloud technology, either the AWS or Azure, GCP, and the rest, where you will learn how to deploy or manage what we call the CI/CD, that is continuous integrations and deployment, right? You are able to learn those tools, use those tools like the Ansible, the Chef, the Puppet, the Terraform. I do different Jenkins and everything, and you can deploy application regardless of where they are built. So this program, of course, is hot cake. Being a DevOps engineer is a lot of things that is well paid and high paid skill, especially if you have multi-cloud experience, where you have idea to do deployment. Another thing, we have apply multi-cloud engineering, and this is an kind of giving you a mastering type of skill in AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, or the Microsoft Azure or GCP. It's also 28 weeks. And all our program, like I said earlier, we do have in-person, we have virtual, we have exclusive one-on-one as well. And then we have the fundamental. Maybe you just want a quick idea about, when we talk about AWS, what does it mean? GCP, the fundamental component of those cloud technology. This is a foundational class, and of course, at the end of these programs, you do have vouchers to take a professional certification. Beyond that, of course, we also have program for people that love how to design things in terms of what we call the UI UX design. And so before we build product software, we need to do what we call the user interface, the user experience, and then all that. So learning that around 24 weeks. If you want to become a full stack developer, we have programs that a 24 weeks program from knowing nothing to become an expert as a builder, because you sit with developers, you sit with builders. You can learn Python, Java, C++, and Rush programming, that kind of thing. Another thing that is very, very key, especially now, is the applied data science and engineering. In applied data science and engineering, you will learn a lot of tools to be able to do an ETL, that is extraction, loading, and transformation of data. Here, when we talk of this AI, it's all about data. And that is why data is presently like the oil well. People that have data are the one that like have oil well. So data is very, very, very important. And so learning data science to provide an insight, right? With basic, here we teach you basic, some experience, or some models that focus on extractions of data, mining of data, even modeling as well, right? Where you take insight, you provide scientific insight and engineering insight into data for proactive decision making. And of course, this is a lot in the industry for people that do it. And beyond that, also, we do have the apply AI and ML, that is the artificial intelligence and the machine learning for business solutions and application. Here, maybe you are a doctor or you are a mechanical engineer, whoever you are, right? You learn with a focus in a particular domain of your expertise based on the industry, that either in the financial industry, in the healthcare industry. And so this is the one that's really focusing to drive in depth, particularly to specific sector, this particular program. Again, it's a 28 weeks. We do have it in person if you are close to our campuses. We also have virtual instructor-led and one-on-one, right? All these are fully practical type of learning. We have what we call the apply AI and machine learning, AI and ML on cloud platform. And here we are focusing on development of an AI product and deployment of this Gen AI product, generative AI programs or products or solutions on these three basic cloud. And so you will learn how to build from the scratch or customize what is in existence, a train model, do all that, and use the workspace either on the AWS and use tool, if it is on AWS, like the SageMaker to do deployment, or if you are on the Azure, you can use the Azure ML or the Azure Foundry to be able to build a kind of product, use their development environment in notebook or workspace to build a AI product and deploy them. So we guide you with definite and a kind of specific skills that is required to do that. Beyond that, also we do have the GCP type of GCP. So you are using either the Google Veritas to do the deployment, those managed type of a component or API that you can build and stuff, or using like ChatGPT, OpenAI API, or Gemini API, Azure ML, all those things, or Azure OpenAI, all those kind of things. You're able to learn them and deploy them to have a very good, to become an independent contributors, right? Where you, as if you've been in the industry for a long time. So in NVIT, we do not just provide uh, stuff around this for you. We do not just provide stuff around just give you light type of skill. We drill into it very well for you to have understanding. We also have the apply ML, that is the machine learning operations and the large language learning operations, right? Which we call apply ML ops and then LLM ops. Uh, these are people, of course, kind of manage or deploy or monitor the deployment of an AI lifecycle completely, from data collections to pipeline deployment and complete applications or solution deployment, right? So we teach you that. It's a 28 weeks as well. We do have the apply machine learning and deep learning. Here you really dive in depth into model development, model build, and formations and those kind of things in terms of in depth, right? Where you really have knowledge of deep learning and ML. And then, of course, we have programs specifically focused on natural language processing, right? Maybe for translations or for training natural language processors or platforms to be able to do what you want them to do. We do have programs for which we call Applied Generative AI and its applications. It's just a 16-week formal program. And here you learn a lot of the various applications and how you can apply them to real life projects or programs or real life scenarios, right? Using the apply or what we call the Gen AI and its application. And then another thing that is key and is 12 weeks, this is a quick one that anybody can quickly do. In fact, I do recommend this for everyone. Even if you don't need to be a computer scientist, you don't need to be an engineer, anywhere you are, you need to know how to prompt. Here we look at a lot of prompting type of thing, right? You learn how to do prompting in terms of you prompt a lot of things. That is prompt engineering for large language model. Here you learn for you, when we talk of the AI, for instance, you are using ChatGPT, you need to be able to interact with the OpenAI model called ChatGPT to get a proper input. And so, and it can be done various ways, either as a user, you are prompting, either if you are using Gemini from Google or the the ChatGPT from OpenAI, or you are using Perplexity or the clouds, whatever, or the Copilot from Microsoft. All these tools that are there, you need to be able to interact with them. In other words, you need to be able to speak those language. And so when we talk about prompting or prompt engineering here, we teach you the techniques of how to prompt. You can prompt by just a normal one, or you are prompting how to program it even yourself on the back end of it. So that is what we teach you. In fact, I personally recommend this for everyone, right? Even though if you don't do any other program, this is like a must if you are really going to to make it like that. Then of course we do have a training program. This is just in person for people that are close, but this is very key. So when we talk about the prompt engineering, it's a 12 weeks program. It's a 12-week program that is well equipped with practical skill and strategy to effectively communicate and guide a large language model like GPT-4, like Gemini 1.5 Pro, and all those models that are out there. So we focus on prompt engineering foundations, right? Where the principle, the techniques of prompting, prompt design, parameter tuning, output or outcome evaluations, we do look at prompt strategy, right? Where you learn various prompting strategy to elicit a kind of proper or specific response, and they have a control and a formatted output. And beyond that, there's what we call the zero shot and few shot and zero shot learning. In this place, where that these are what enable the large language model or the LLM to perform tasks within minimal time of framework. Then prompt automations as well, especially if you are programming them. Then the ethical and responsible prompting. And there are things you should not type to or prompt about, right? And there are things you need to do. So we teach you those type of skill, so you understand the ethical consideration, the potential bias in prompting, and learning how to craft your prompt in a fairness to avoid harmful output, right? Then, of course, we do have time for you to participate in real prompting activity around various domains, be it a chatbot or content generation, translation, summarizations, code generations, and those type of things. So this is a complete hands-on time, right? So if you want to do this program, of course, you can just visit www.nvit.tech/courses, or you just come to www.nvit.tech, and then you go to the training program. You are able to do the various program, and so it's a program that is very important. And no matter how busy you are, is something that I think you need to do. So remember, you need to edge up or switch on. Is very, very important. In this AI era, it becomes very, very important for you to do. Once again, thank you very much. Let's try to be catching up as quickly as possible. Thank you, and then have a very lovely day.